What's up, guys? It's Stefan Ciencio, the Action Taking Mogul here, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to get followers on Pinterest. So you might know a little bit about Pinterest, you might not, but basically it's a really great social media platform where people basically do what's called pinning stuff, meaning that they take stuff and they pin it to what's called a board. So this is similar to having like a cork board in your house and then you pin stuff to it, except it's all digital and people could basically repin or what's called share stuff from their board from someone else's board onto their board. So what this does is it gets you basically engagement for whatever you're trying to build, whether it's grow your blog, grow your brand, or whatever you're trying to do. And one of the key components of this is having a lot of followers on your Pinterest page. So in this video, we're going to be going over how to get Pinterest followers. You can see here, this is one of the pages that I own and operate on Pinterest. It's called Doggy Desires. It does link to my dog site, which is called doggydesires.com. I know to some people that might sound like a little bit of a dirty name. I wasn't thinking about it when I made the name. It was made with all innocent intentions, and it's a very family-friendly dog website. So regardless of that, you do see that I have over 7,000 followers here, and what I'm going to be showing you is how to grow your followers, because obviously the more followers you have, the more authoritative your page looks, the more traffic you're going to get, and overall it's just better for your brand or whatever you're trying to build. So we're going to take some action today in growing our Pinterest followers. If you don't have a Pinterest account, you can literally just go to pinterest.com or Pinterest Business and set up an account. It only takes a few minutes to set up. So we're just going to go down here, and I'm going to basically show you that these are boards, and you put pins in these boards, okay? So one of the ways in which we're going to be able to get followers is we're going to do what's called the follow for follow. Now, you might know what this is, you might not. It's obviously not the greatest way to get followers, but when you're just starting out, it's what you kind of need to do just to start getting your brand going a little bit. So Pinterest is a search engine. So here we just have some searches that you could look for, and you can see that I have a bunch of random searches here depending on what niche you're in. So if we go to dogs and puppies, you can see here that these are all pins that are put out by people who have profiles related to dogs. So let's check out this one. It's by Playbuzz, so let's see what Playbuzz is. So this doesn't look to be directly a dog site, but let's go down to another one here. So dog ear jewelry. So this one is a dog ear jewelry site, so it's not exactly, let's see. Alright, so let's see. It's Women's Day, so you got to find ones that are related to your niche. So let's see what we got here. Again, it's Playbuzz. Okay, Pam's Dog Academy. So this is clearly another business, but it is related to dogs. So what we can do with this is we can actually look at the people who follow Pam's Dog Academy, because these are people who are clearly interested in dogs and are perfect targets for us to follow. So we could go to Pam Dog Academy's followers here, and we could just start following people. So follow this person. You could look for profiles that look to be real. Catherine, that looks like, you know, you could just kind of see which ones seem like they'd be a good fit. So we could go down here, keep going. Okay, so you're following people that are in your niche. Now you can't follow more than 300 people a day on Pinterest, so I don't recommend doing that. I recommend kind of, you know, going kind of slow, not super slow, but like, you know, you could go like down to speed. You could have up to 300 a day. The faster you go, the more it's going to look bad to Pinterest, like you're spamming. So you don't want to do that. But essentially, you just go down and you try to follow people that look like they're a normal person's profile. People that like dogs. You know, like this one's perfect. Especially if they have a photo of them and their dog in it. That's perfect. So essentially, that's what you're doing, and then over time, a certain amount of these people are going to follow you back. So it's really that simple to grow your followers with the follow for follow option, okay? Now, that's the first thing you want to do just to start getting some people to follow you. Next thing you're going to want to do is put up really good pins or boards. Okay, so you can see here, these are some of the pins that I have set up for Pinterest. So this one, I think I got done for a few dollars on Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and you could find people to do these for you for a couple of dollars. Another option is Canva, Canva.com, where you can make these yourself. And basically you just want to have simple things that when people click on, it'll go to your website. So this does link to my website if you click on it. And the way that you set up these pins is you just go to create pin. You could either pin from the web somewhere. You don't have to pin your own pins. You can make your own, or you could go from the web and pin someone else's stuff. Obviously, your best results are going to come when you pin your own stuff, okay? So you could obviously just have a pin that's a pin to get people to grow your profile, or you could have a pin that clicks to your website. So those are your different options. Now, in addition to that, you basically want to start pinning those pins into your boards, okay? So you could create a board just by clicking Create Board. You enter the information here. Secret board would be something only you see, so that wouldn't really benefit us if we're trying to grow followers. And basically, outside that, there's not much left that you need to do as far as like pinning. The last piece of the puzzle is that you want to try to get into what are called group boards. So basically, this is a regular board here, which means that I own it and only I can post to it. And this is a group board. And this little circle here denotes the group board. So what that means is that there are multiple collaborators for this board. And the person who owns the board is the first circle that you see here. So if you want to get into a group board, you basically click this and then you message that person. You can either go to their website to try to find their information there, or you could go to your messages and then inbox them and ask them to join their board, okay? And then once you're in, you could post them. So you can see I post a lot of stuff to this board. It's not all mine, but a good amount of this stuff is mine. I'm probably the most active person, which probably means this is a smaller board, but the 206 followers in here will see my stuff, okay? And then a good percentage of them will come back and follow my profile. So now over time, I'm actually growing my followers to over 7,000 people so far on this particular site. So the other way is that when you come to the search thing here, basically you could target by keywords. So if you go in here and you type in like dogs, so clearly dogs and puppies is a good keyword here. Okay, so that means that, let's see, you could make a post that has dogs and puppies in your, or my dog is my best friend, or my dog is my child. So let's go to my dog is my best friend, okay? So you could clearly do a post titled like my dog is my best friend. And if you go to your profile and you set up a new pin, you put it there and then you put your destination. So let's see, I'm gonna just select something random. I'm not actually going to post this. Okay, but in here I could just go and I could say, you know, you put your description. You could, you know, make something relevant here, and then this is going to help you rank in the search engine, because Pinterest is like a big search engine with the search feature. So you could come in here and then you could type in my dog is my best friend, and basically that will help you rank this certain pin as long as it's relevant, because it's going to get you know, engagement. People are going to save it, and if you get good engagement, if it's relevant to whatever you put in the description, that's another way that you're going to get more followers. So I just gave you kind of 3 ways to get followers, and those are ways that you can do it manually. Obviously I've been doing this for a while, so I wanted a way to kind of automate it. So another option for you is to use this tool called Board Commander. It was something that I personally had developed with a partner, and basically we use it to automate all the stuff that I just showed you in here. So if you want, you know, you can obviously go ahead and do all this stuff manually, and that's great. It's going to work for you to help grow your followers on Pinterest, as well as, you know, help you pin stuff to get more followers. But at the same time, if you wanted to automate it, I'll just do a quick tour in here just to show you how all this works. This is what we personally use. So I'll just log into one of my accounts here. This is inside the account here. It just shows you like how many people you followed or unfollowed. So for this particular account, I have it off. It's just one of my accounts. Here you can see here that total I've followed over 32,000 people. It also has an unfollow, so if people don't follow you back after a certain time, that basically it makes sure that you don't look like you're following too many people, so it keeps this number in check, which helps make your profile look really authoritative. Because if you have like 1,000 people like following you and you're following 10,000, it doesn't look very authoritative. But this looks much better when you have mostly the people following you and you're only following a few people. So that's what the unfollows does. But if you wanted to use the follow tool, you could just go to list follow tool, and basically it'll pop up the instructions for you to do the actual following here. So what you could do is I actually have one set up, so I'll just go ahead and delete that one, just so I could show you from scratch how that works. But you basically go to new follow task, and oh, my Pinterest account isn't connected, so what I need to do is actually just connect my Pinterest account real quick. So let me do that. Okay, so that's all connected now, so we just go to new follow task, and then we just, follow tool 1, enter a minimum of 50. You have a hard limit of 120 on here, just so it looks like you're not spamming. And then you could follow either by keyword. If you select this option here, you could select more than one option, but if you follow by account, you would just click follow by account here, and then you could actually go and you could find a profile about dogs, kind of like what we found last time. So we could go to, let's see if this is a dog related, let's see. So, well, what I could show you right here is that you grab the URL, so I'll just scroll this up. You can grab the URL of this board here because it's Pinterest.com, and then this section is always the username, and then it's slash and then the board name. So you can actually follow by board, okay? So you put that there. And then if you want to add another one, you could go here and add, or just follow based on the followers of this board. Another option is obviously you could follow by user. So if a user you want to follow, you enter that there, and again you could add more if you want. Here is users you never follow. So if there's someone that you don't want to follow, you could just put their information in here. You could select your start time and end time, and then you could select what days you want to follow, and then click start. And this tool will go to work doing the following for you so that you could grow your followers. And this will make things much easier. So I hope you learned a lot today about how to grow your followers on Pinterest, and you see the true benefits of doing so. If you're interested in Board Commander, we actually have a 2-week free trial, which you could find below this video in the comments if you want to try this out for 2 weeks, as opposed to doing it manually. But if you want to do it manually, that's obviously no problem as well. I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. If you did and you want to see more awesome content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for my channel, as I'll be putting out a lot of awesome stuff for you to see and take action and help grow whatever it is you're trying to do. Alright, this is the Action Taking Mogul signing off.